Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Lament configuration replica by Trick or Treat Studios from Hellraiser Inferno. Here's a little look at the top of the box before we open it up. Alright, first things first. Trick or Treat Studios says that this is made of redwood and nickel etching, which I find interesting because for many years a lot of the custom box makers have been using mahogany and brass for their replicas. I actually quite like the nickel that's used here, except for one little thing, which is this appears to be brushed nickel. There are little, let's see if I can get it to show on camera right here, these little brushed lines going across, the brushed metal lines going across the bigger surfaces, the circular surfaces. If you look at the movie in like high def, the box does not have brushed metal lines going across it. It's much smoother than that. But you only really notice it from certain angles and certain light from like a certain distance. So it's not a deal breaker for me. Growing up as a kid, watching Hellraiser, I always thought the box was black on all 6 sides. It wasn't until I watched it at a higher resolution did I realize, oh, it's actually 2/3 brown. When I was a kid, they'd sell model kits of this, and it would always be black and gold, and like the NECA figures that came with the pieces that you assembled were black and gold. Anyway, the brown that's used here it looks good, especially when you, again, freeze frame and take a look at the movie itself. The details on this are great, I think. Having paused the movie before purchasing this, just to be nitpicky about what I was buying, just like the little V here, the little half sickles that I always feel like these look like sickles to me. The details, the little tiny dotting along this, are all really, really well done. Yeah, all the designs on this, I am very satisfied with the attention to detail that these metal surfaces have. As a Hellraiser fan, I'm quite considerably satisfied with how this looks. One kind of neat thing is this comes with a display stand for the box, which I was not expecting. It does look 3D printed. You can see the little layer lines going through here. I mean, it's neat they included it, but man, it looks pretty cheap. Probably because it was cheap to produce. Now, I've been wanting a Lament configuration replica for a very long time. Previous ones I've looked at that were cheaper, certainly looked cheaper in plastic. Then there are some nice customs out there that were a little pricier, but this was a good quality looking box in a price range that I thought was worth pulling the trigger on. I do recommend, if you are in the market for this, do check out Sideshow. They had a $25 off coupon that could be applied to this, and if you're a member and you have like Sideshow points, you could apply that and get this at a pretty good deal. As not just a Hellraiser fan, but as a fan of the output of Trick or Treat Studios, I'm very satisfied with how this turned out. It retails for $99.99, but again, there are ways you can get it a little cheaper than $100. I think this looks stunning on the tabletop. I'm very happy to have this in my collection as a Hellraiser fan. I think the details on it are great. I think it looks beautiful. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this, especially if you have one. I'd like to know your thoughts on this. And for the love of God, if you get this, don't try to open it.